Hey y'all, I'm gonna let everybody get in here. I want tea, I don't want coffee. So I'm gonna make me some tea. Y'all get in, say y'all hellos. I know they playing over here. Hey y'all, I'm just making me some tea. I was gonna have coffee. I don't want that. I don't know how y'all day been going. Hopefully it's been going good. I figured everybody is trying to learn how to get into the system. I don't know if it's showing people what to do or not. Hey everybody. Crazy things. Interesting. Hey. Hey everybody. Everybody I missed. How y'all doing today? I gotta make me some tea. I don't want no coffee. My stuff is kind of different right now. So my hair wet too. I shampooed it. I was like, I gotta get this out of off of me, but I don't know what it is. I didn't even put no conditioner in it. I just put me some aloe vera in it, and that was it. I'll put some conditioner on it later. I saw it's snowing in a lot of places where it's normally warm. Interesting. We have a lot of videos that I want y'all. We're gonna have an audio visual class today, okay? Is y'all alright with that? This Florida weather is crazy. It's raining and cold. Interesting. Interesting. Whew. I've been up, but I had started the dishes, and then I got some calls, and then I gotta go back and finish those. But it's a lot happening in our world right now, and I know we talked about a lot of it last night, but this is it's a lot, and so there are some things y'all might have already seen. I need to put something on my hands. That's what my hands look like. They ashy. But I'm always washing my hands. I wash my hands a lot, and they are ashy as heck. I don't want to put that lotion on my hands. It has oil. Hold on one second. Give me one moment. Okay, here we go. Sorry, y'all. I just shampooed my hair, and so then my hands are dry, which tells you a lot about our hair products. You know, honestly, family, I've been a little overwhelmed, but trying to stay focused on what I can. Yep, that's all you can do. I don't know if you were in class yesterday, but the statement is scared and prepared or scared and unaware. Yep. That's what you gotta do. Man, the man hasn't been in one day, and my whole office is frozen. I missed class yesterday, but I woke up this morning like, what in the world is going on? Interesting. So, Are you really like, what in the world is going on? Or are you like, oh my God, stuff is popping up off the page? Which one? Are you really like, oh my God? Or are you, I mean, really? Because I do not like this angle, y'all, because it's a whole bunch of stuff in here that y'all done sent over here. And it's a lot. Okay, I'm working on it. Is you really like that? Because I just had a conversation with my godmother, and I told her, I said, Mom, it's so crazy because all the things that God has been telling us in our class, yeah, right. It's mind blowing to me, you know, and it's scary because we should probably start to hear the pastors talking about the end times now, which, again, until they see it on the news, they're not going to talk about it. So, are you all ready for an audio visual class? Because I think you'll enjoy it. Everybody ready or what? We're just gonna jump right on in. Is what we're gonna do. We're not even gonna wait. Hey, everybody, y'all ready? I think y'all need to hear. Now, this woman is speaking with a heavy uh, Deutsch, I believe, accent or Sweden accent. So you're gonna have to put your listening ears on. Tell me if I need to turn this up or turn. Well, this is turned up, I believe. Oh no, it's not. So let me turn it up. Okay. All right, here we go. I just need y'all to listen. What? No way. You have gotta be kidding me. What? But unfortunately, I don't have the time. No. I'm just gonna play it off of TikTok. I downloaded this and screen recorded it, and it's not in my phone. So I'm gonna screen record this while I'm playing it for y'all now. Here we go. The energy to cover it as thoroughly as I usually do it. So you have to bear with me when I do this very, very extremely summarized account of what's happening here in Sweden right now. I don't know if you guys know we have a far-right government that works in collaboration with Sverigedemokraterna, aka the Sweden Democrats, who are pretty much like little Yazis. They are the equivalent of Alternative for Deutschland here in Sweden. So this government has worked very, very hard to pretty much destroy healthcare, education, social services, while at the same time having a very open ethno-nationalist message and directly attacking immigrants, refugees, and anyone who's not a white ethnic Swede. And of course we have a press, a mainstream press that is completely complicit with it. But that's not the point of this. Even though this government is horrible by itself, the parties that are in power, especially Ulf Kristersson, who's the Prime Minister of Sweden, and the leader of Moderaterna, aka the moderates, which are not moderates at all, they are conservatives, they work as puppets of Sverigedemokraterna or the Sweden Democrats. Even though Sweden Democrats are not in the government, they do whatever Jimmy Åkesson tells them to do. And let me tell you something, he is not even the Prime Minister of Sweden, and the way he talks
to Swedes. It's like if he is not only the Prime Minister of Sweden, but like if he is the supreme leader of Sweden. He's very open in the way how he talks to people in a way that sounds like a dictator. Something that they're very obsessed with is Swedish citizenship, and something that they used to do at the beginning was attack people who had double citizenship, which had a lot of backlash because once like double citizenship was approved in Sweden, it's proven to be extremely popular. Swedes love that. So they had to take steps back and then find other approaches. And something that they want to do pretty much is that people who come from a certain background, who are like Swedish citizens, we shouldn't have the same rights as ethnic Swedes, how they literally say it. Here's the thing, like it is very well protected under the constitution. So they've been like for decades trying to at least find a way to find consensus for them to touch the constitution. So lately they tried through their puppet, of course, Ulf Kristersson, they tried to change the constitution in a way that if you commit like crime, you should have your citizenship stripped away. And everybody was hyper focused on, oh, it's about crime, it's about crime. But here's the thing, it wasn't about crime, because something they wanted to sneak into that law was that if you post anything that is considered anti-patriotic against Sweden, you should have your citizenship removed. And that could mean anything, because I read that proposal and it's extremely, extremely, extremely like broad, intentionally, and it's a direct attack on freedom of speech in Sweden, because you're saying that if you're not an ethnic Swede, you shouldn't have the right of freedom of speech. Fortunately, those changes in the constitution, they didn't pass at all, even though some like very concerning changes about how you apply for citizenship in Sweden, they passed that you need to live longer in Sweden. But this is the thing, this is not only about getting rid of certain groups in Sweden. This is about defining who a Swede is. And you need to understand that Sweden has at least four like recognized ethnic minorities. And this party, People's Party Democraterna, who by the way are working with the East country, they have openly said that Sami, Roma, and Jewish people shouldn't be considered Swedes because they are not ethnically Swede. And another thing that is very, very scary, if you leave this fash touch the constitution, that is only the beginning, because we know how open they are about other things they want to do. For example, they're saying that state-owned media shouldn't be able to criticize the government. That if you have an institution that gets funding from the government, you should be loyal to the government. Does that sound familiar? And something that really upsets me is that how this party is so open about their fash. Like they're not subtle at all. Like we have reached a point in European fash that the mask is completely off. But you show this evidence to people here and they come out with the stupidest excuses. And in parallel with the completely destruction of education in Sweden and segregation, and how social inequality is increasing exponentially, we have a generation, Gen Z generation, especially white Swedish men, who are drastically more likely to vote for these fash parties. Crazy shit happening in Sweden right now.
Does that sound familiar? This sure does. It's everything we're hearing on our news right now. So who remembers us talking about you can go here and you can go there, but it's going to be the same everywhere? What's behind me? What are these called? What are these? Books. 3 years ago, our Heavenly Father told us to buy books on every single subject. And now all around the world, they're getting rid of schools. They're getting rid of libraries and they're getting rid of books. You tell me. What does that mean? Oh, I hope I didn't bust no hole in this. Dang it, girl. Oh, I didn't. It's just bitter because I haven't started about it. Because y'all know I'll bust a hole in one of them tea bags in a minute. And I learned to reuse them because I used to just use them once. I'm learning. Okay. So do y'all think that you when everybody, what if you would have listened to everybody that was telling you don't buy books? What would you think now if you have children or grandchildren? Even if you buy yourself. I kept saying this, everyone trying to encourage me to go overseas to play football. I'm like, hell no, that part, nephew. And look what, do you see? Like, now, we doing an audio-visual class today. Y'all heard that, right? So it all sounds familiar. Books have been my companion since childhood. Okay. Well, this is the thing. Mine too. But there was a wave of people around the world that started buying books 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Not that people, that's why we have borders. But 3 years ago, 2 years ago, there was a wave of people buying books, not just here, it was everywhere. Whether they were journals, whatever else it was. Do you think that was by coincidence? And I'm not talking about just because of me. No. God was warning the world that these were not about to be so easily accessible. That's his grace and his mercy. Do you understand? It's people been throwing away books forever. I know because I've been buying them forever. Going straight to the Goodwill, getting them for $0.25 a piece or 10 cents a piece if they were paperbacks. That's 10 books for $1. You hear me? But this is the thing. All around the world, they're getting rid of books. They're getting rid of education. You think it was a coincidence that all of these things are happening? God told us, and now they're right here. Because we're not done yet. I got a question. Let's see if I can find it. All right, here we go. Right? Right? Just put a yes if you know. I'm about to show y'all something. We have an audio-visual class today. I told y'all that. Just put a yes if you know. Okay. Another yes if you know. So put yes to if you know. So I know you're answering for the second thing. What's this made out of? Okay. So we all agree. Here we go. Let me see if it's
This isn't good. Georgia has halted poultry sales statewide, and now they're allocating $590 million for flu vaccines. Why is this not good? Let me tell you. So Georgia officials on Friday halted all in-state poultry sales, and the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services awarded $590 million to Moderna to accelerate development of vaccines to protect people from flu strains in cows and birds. State and federal officials confirmed a case of bird flu at a commercial poultry operation in Georgia's Elbert County, which prompted state officials to halt all in-state poultry sales and activities. Little known fact, Georgia is the top producer of poultry products in the United States. They are the top producer of eggs. Oh yeah, egg prices are definitely going to go up, which prompted state officials to halt all in-state poultry sales and activities. Little known fact, Georgia is the top producer of poultry products in the United States. They are the top producer of eggs. Oh yeah, egg prices are definitely going to go up. And they're also the top provider of certified organic chickens. So Georgia's agricultural commissioner, Tyler Harper, said this is a serious threat to Georgia's #1 industry and the livelihoods of thousands of Georgians who made their living in our state's poultry industry. He went on to say we are working around the clock to mitigate any further spread of the disease and ensure that normal poultry activities in Georgia can resume as quickly as possible. I hope so. Now, the confirmed bird flu case prompted state officials to immediately halt all in-state poultry exhibitions, shows, swaps, meat sales until further notice. And the owner of the commercial poultry operation first noticed clinical signs of avian influenza on Wednesday. So this just happened, people. So this is so bad we now have an emergency management and state agricultural response team. And a ton of commercial poultry operations are all under quarantine. We thought eggs were expensive now, people. Just get ready.
You got powdered eggs in your house? Do you? Powdered milk? Canned or dried chicken or meat? So you have books and pens and markers and tabby things. You got milk, dried meat, and butter, dried cheese, whatever. Okay. Did you hear the part about the layoff? You heard that part about the layoff, right? They didn't say layoff, but if ain't no chickens moving and ain't no chickens being sold, there's no reason for you to come to work, is there? Is it? He said thousands of people's livelihoods. Okay.
The president is about to sign several.
I'm going to need a lot of people to...
The first.
Well,
We have breaking news right now. Tom Homan has officially confirmed that ICE enforcement raids are beginning today. According to latest reporting from Fox News and others, Homan says, quote, not roundups, but targeted enforcement operations will begin today when we target public safety.
Not roundups, but targeted enforcement. Please listen to these words. Targeted enforcement. Who watched Thief in the Night? Anybody here watch Thief in the Night? Anybody here? I just need to see if you watched it. Okay, so think back to the movie and listen.
threats. We know exactly who we're looking for, pretty good idea where they're at. We even know sometimes who is living in the household with them. He is saying that these are... We have breaking news right now. Tom Homan has officially confirmed that ICE enforcement raids are beginning today. According to latest reporting from Fox News and others, Homan says, quote, not roundups, but targeted enforcement operations will begin today. When we target public safety threats, we know exactly who we're looking for. Pretty good idea where they're at. We even know sometimes who is living in the household with them.
Did we talk about it? Because we ain't done yet. Did we talk about it? Did we?
Is saying that these are happening across the entire country, but will not specifically cite where due to safety concerns. Before I continue, if you don't yet follow me on my Instagram or subscribe to my Substack or YouTube, that's where I'll be if TikTok is ever banned. Once again, it's all linked in my bio. He went on to say, ICE officers throughout the country were told today, go make arrests of those who are here illegally that are public safety threats. So they have developed target sheets and operational plan. They're out. On to say, ICE officers throughout the country were told today, go make arrests of those who are here illegally that are public safety threats. So they have developed target sheets and operational plan. They're out there right now. So raids are literally happening. That's where I'll be if TikTok is ever banned. Once again, it's all linked in my bio. He went on to say, ICE officers throughout the country were told today, go make arrests of those who are here illegally that are public safety threats. So they have developed target sheets and operational plan. They're out there right now. So raids are literally happening.
Did you hear what the young lady in Sweden said? She said, if you post anything that can be considered anti-government, they can strip your citizenship. If you post anything that could be considered anti-government, they can strip your citizenship. Do you remember the video that we talked about where I said, if you don't sign up for this whatever, you won't be able to use the places that this universal citizens can use? That's what she just said. I also have been hollering and screaming at the top of my lungs, you cannot post everything you know. They are watching you. And now they are saying, we already know who live in there because everybody posts who in their house when they on live. They go around the room. They're posting every place that they go. They're posting every place that they eat. They're posting everybody they talk to. They are tagging people in their videos. They know. And this is why 3 years ago I was saying, y'all do not need to know my every move, and I won't be putting that on the internet, everything that I do. I will not be doing that. You can do whatever you want. I won't be doing it. It's not smart. Anybody remember me having this conversation with y'all? Anybody? Do anybody remember? How do you think they're finding these people? Their IP address, their post, where they go eat, their friend's house, their kids' school. Interesting. That's how they know what church to go to. This is the practice run. And it's all about citizenship. Who remembers us talking about international citizenship? Yep, I stopped going live on all my social media. Yep, I'm about to, it's about the Tat Not Place pages, all that stuff is going down. I'm probably, now that I have everything off, the only reason I don't want to delete TikTok is because we're still getting information there. But once I find the few people that I actually follow for the information on other social medias, I'm deleting my TikTok completely. Our Instagram, all of that stuff about to go away. All of it. And probably this background too. Who understands now why y'all Dean used to be like, you probably don't want to do that. I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but if I were you, if you gonna go and then tell people you went. And the next time, don't tell them when you're going back. That part. Listen, why is this not charging? Because you didn't plug it up. You plugged it into the device, but not into the power. Interesting. So in Sweden, they're getting rid of the education. They're getting rid of all the same stuff that they're getting rid of here. The world is now in an uproar about this arm thing. The chicken, the eggs, and the milk is probably about to be crazy. There's something else. I just be wanting to see if y'all seeing what I'm seeing. Oh.
Good news. Today is Inauguration Day, and the head of the IRS has actually resigned. More on that in a second. I'm TikTok Tax Uncle, and I provide the latest and greatest, most accurate IRS tax refund updates. Follow me and share this post for more. If I tell you it's Easter, dye your eggs. Yes, the head of the IRS has actually resigned. Danny Warfel. Danny Warfel has been the head of the IRS over the last few years. His term was actually supposed to go for a couple of more years, but as I exclusively reported here a couple of months ago, he was going to be stepping down because he was going to be pushed out, and that's not coming. Generally, the IRS commissioner, the head of the IRS, is actually a position where they're appointed, and regardless of the president, they kind of do out their term. That's a 7-year term. In this particular case, incumbent President Trump had already stated that, hey, his guy, Billy Long, who is a strong anti-IRS advocate, was going to be taking over the IRS. That happened a few months ago. A lot of people will call it, no, that's not going to happen. The IRS commissioner never stepped down, but I told you, it's going to happen. And this past Friday, Danny Warfel actually stepped down. He was a big advocate of modernizing the IRS.
Okay. Can I ask a question? Y'all got your ears on. Can I ask y'all a question? Hey, Pumpkin. Okay. Who remembers back in October and November, I kept saying, I know y'all want to do Christmas, but please, if you can, do not wait until and be talking about no taxes, because we never know what's going to happen. You need to go ahead and instead of spending that money on Christmas, you need to make sure that your lists are finalized with your stuff. I said, I know you want to get, I said, but we can do an income Christmas or whatever. But just in case something goes on, and I didn't want to say with the IRS, but I probably did. I don't remember. I said, you want to go ahead and get these things. Do y'all remember when old boy was in office in 20, and my daughter is the one that made me remember this today. She said, Mom, you don't remember? Everybody was mad because they couldn't get their taxes in 2020. It was something going on with all of that, and Blase skipping. People was mad. I said, oh my goodness. And look, he's getting rid of government employees. People like, oh yeah, There's not going to be any income taxes, because what do you need income taxes for if you're not working? And I mean, like, as a country. There'll be no need for that. Yeah, he's trying to start up the external revenue stuff, and I saw that. It is mind-blowing how many of these things that we talked about are happening right now. Your office is panicking. Oh, you work for the peoples. Got it. Anybody seeing it? Do you see what I see? That's why there are dwellers in not trying. All I'm gonna say is I'm grateful. I told my godmother today, I said, Mama, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that he told us for these, for that. Even I told y'all what the young lady said yesterday about South Africa. So you got Sweden going through this over here. You got South Africa going through this over here. And now they're already censoring all the information. So you don't see nothing about the Dior bags no more. You don't see nothing. Who remembers us talking about what you say and what you know being censored? And then we can go all the way over here to Sweden. And this lady is saying the same thing, that if you speak anything against the leadership, you can be in trouble. Do y'all remember? And then she said, oh, we're in a D-man ship. And it's a person that isn't even a part of government telling the government what to do. Did you all hear that? God told us it wasn't going to be no meat. And for the chicken industry to be the first one to go down and say we're not producing anything, and these people produce like a large quantity of America's eggs and chicken. Y'all, I don't think I've ever saw me hold up no beef. Not saying that whatever, but anytime I showed a meat, it was always chicken. Most times when I showed y'all the most basic things, it was eggs, milk, right? Butter, and chicken, or cheese, or whatever, like the most basic things. What are they attacking right now? Tell me. Okay. Y'all remember us talking about biochemical warfare? Back early in the beginning, eggs and chicken, come on. And beef. This is going for the cows too, which is really crazy. Which is where we get the milk. Y'all remember us talking about bio warfare? And chemicals and stuff like that? Shein. Little Pretty Thing, or Pretty Little Thing. Shein, Pretty Little Thing, and what's the other one? Temu. What they've been saying about the stuff that's been coming from over there, Fashion Over too. What is it doing to the bodies? Chemicals all covered down with chemicals. Temu and chickpea smell like chemicals. Interesting. And if it's strong enough that you can smell it, yeah. Then, and you're wearing it on your skin and in your hair. And now they're saying it has very toxic chemicals, which is causing skin problems, problems in reproduction, and all of these other things, is it not? So I don't have to dump a whole bunch of chemicals in your ear. I can just sell you really cheap clothes that are not valuable, but they're cheap and cute, and put it in there. And then you're going to wear it a lot, not realizing that when you sweat or whatever, that these chemicals are seeping into your skin. So people would rather go to these places than go to the Goodwill and get Levi's and a real cotton t-shirt and a real this and that. I ain't wearing nothing nobody else than wore, right? But you are wearing stuff that's unaliving you slowly. Because it's made out of plastic. Levi's is not made out of plastic. That cotton t-shirt, not made out of plastic. The skin is the largest organ of the body. Come on. Ain't this crazy? How when we sit back and just think about some of the classes that we had and all of those different things. What's scary is like not taking long for any of it. We live in a time where we have to decide red pill or blue pill. Come on. Come on. Is. All right. One more.
Listen.
Breaking news, breaking news. You don't do what Elon Musk, want you to do. You're out of office. And I have the money to do just that. My friends, what we are looking at here has nothing to do with democracy. What we are looking at here is oligarchy. This is up and up. Government by the billionaire class for the billionaire class. And by the way, Musk is not only trying to intimidate Republicans, he is trying to inject himself into the Democratic Party as well. He is threatening to target Democrats who are standing up to him and his agenda.
So, I got a question. Do you all remember in the first part oh wow, interesting, I'll show y'all that at another date. Do y'all remember when we first started this and we were talking about the giants and we were studying about the types of rulers and their hierarchies? Do y'all remember? What's crazy is we talked about oligarchy in 22 because it was one of the words when I wrote down about the giants and we were looking up the races of the giants, and I'm looking for, I should have probably went and looked for the paper. I'm gonna find it. But on that paper is the word oligarchy. We studied that word 2 or 3 years ago. No, Do y'all remember this? I had a dream last night about the hierarchy in the demonic kingdom. Interesting. Interesting. And who are the leaders of this world? Please tell me. Queen? Who are the rulers of this world? Satan and his folks. Okay. So, is it interesting that a lot of the giants had oligarchy? Right? And the giant kings, a lot of them had an oligarchy. We looked that up, and now oligarchy is all over our internet. Do you all find that interesting or no? Anybody? Y'all probably can go back in y'all notes depending on if you kept screenshots and things like that, and you can find out the date way before this last whatever. We had already talked about it. And I'm going to find the paper. It's probably in my room. I don't know. But I'm going to find it. And y'all will remember. Isn't Jesus? What are you talking about, Shalimar? You got to listen, honey. And not just say stuff. Yeah, but what does that mean? He also said that there's rulers of darkness and kingdoms of darkness, principalities. Did he not say that as well? You can't just focus on the part of the word that makes you feel good. You have to look at the rest of it too. The same person that said that he got out of it. Okay. Moving on. Anyway, the leaders of this world that God gave the power to be the leaders of this world have taken bodies. They done their little ritual, okay? And they let us know what spirit is ruling through them. Okay? And so, listen, it's so crazy. Like, it's what amazes me is that the Christians that talk about it all the time, they feel like if they just spout out a scripture, that changes the fact that we are living in probably the 5th year of the tribulation right now. Like, I don't understand how you can yell something on a street corner and not see it when it's driving past you. The Bible talks about being so spiritual, you're no earthly good. And there's a lot of people who are Christians that have no idea of what's going on. They didn't even know that you can pay with your hand, and it's been here almost 5 years. Like, I don't understand. Spouting out scriptures is not enough. If you haven't told your friends to get ready because they won't be able to go into the grocery store because the real ID starts in May, I mean, what is all of that scripture for if you're not even living it and understanding what it means for you as a Christian? It's pretty spooky to me. Because the way that certain people are being hunted right now, that's just the beginning. Not being able to say the name of Jesus is going to be a thing. Not getting together to worship at church because you feel like it is going to be a thing. Okay? But I know in y'all mind, y'all can't grasp that because you've only been told to believe what makes you feel good and what makes you feel powerful and not the rest of the word. And that is your choice. Be witness and prophecy come to pass. Listen. So, with that, y'all heard those. I think I have one more. Give me 1 second. Oh no. That's all of them, actually. I feel like there's one more, but I can't remember which one it is. Give me a second, y'all. Oh, okay, hold on.
Tom Homan has officially confirmed that ICE enforcement raids are beginning.
That's not the one.
Breaking
Why
news.
is it not?
Yeah, I'm afraid this might be true because when they were pulling up, right, they said it was just 2 ICE trucks. Well, like 5 guys came out of those trucks and they had canine units. And this is a highly tourist area. Like when I was in the video, it didn't seem like there's many people. No, there was a lot of people there. And they were just going by with dogs, just walking through the place. It looks like they were about to harass people, and I really had to make that video quick because I just didn't want to get involved in any of that stuff. But yeah, it was really crazy. Never witnessed a raid like that before, and I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a bunch of them, maybe even involving the military, unfortunately. And it's scary times, like the TikTok ban and things. Even though TikTok came back, I'm pretty sure that was just a smokescreen. To have us not pay attention to what's actually happening.
What do you think about that? Have we talked about that? Have we? Have we talked about it? Come on, Tandra. All right. So with every single thing that we just listened to, interesting. With everything that we just listened to, think about watching Thief in the Night. Do you see it? Give me 1 second, y'all. Interesting. They're telling me in order to do it, I have to restart my device. Okay, here we go.
Special Emergency Committee, and we'll be making an unprecedented worldwide radio and telecast at noon today. The worldwide situation and establish methods and procedures in handling possible problems and danger facing the world as we know it today. Now be sure to tune in either your radio or television at 12 noon Eastern Time, 11 o'clock Central Time on UTN, the United Television Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I speak to you this day, my words are being translated into every major tongue and dialect in the world. This morning, the United Nations met in emergency session and formed the organization you see represented by this symbol, UNITE, the United Nations Imperium of Total Emergency. The Imperium is designed to exercise total power for as long as the emergency exists. And as yet, no final judgment has been made as to the exact nature of the emergency. But UNITE is anxious that, until such judgment has been made, all feelings of panic and fear be held in check. The Imperium is made up of leaders from 10 major world powers, consisting of 6 committees from within those countries, of 6 members each. You can be sure that the Imperium, while taking absolute control of world government during this emergency, will truly represent your feelings and needs. It is because of this potential threat to our entire planet that this one world government, the Imperium, has been formed. And each member of the World Council wishes to assure those of his fellow citizens that as soon as the emergency is passed, we will return to self-rule for all nations. Upon the rights of the citizens of the world. It is just a simple necessity that each of us identify with UNITE and fully support its progress and strategy. Before the emergency, we were at each other's throats. Let unity be the positive result of our common dilemma. Report today to your local UNITE Identification Center and show yourself a true citizen of the world.
What y'all think? Do you see what I see? Come May 7th. Y'all understand that Annalise just told us that her son tried to get an ID and they was yelling in her face telling her that she needed to get the new international ID. She's in South Africa. Anybody? Y'all remember the scene after that? She couldn't go in the store. And then she couldn't be out on the streets. You realize that's the video that got me in a situation I'm in on TikTok. The last one. That's what they were talking about. How if you didn't have whatever, you wasn't going to be able to go. They could turn your money off and you could be on, you won't be able to drive on public streets and have access to certain things. Well, that's exactly what was going on right after that message in the movie. And she couldn't go in the stores and buy nothing. Those that been screaming, they are true patriots. I guess they are, cuz my sister just got it, and it has 2 pictures on it when she renewed her license. Yeah. So what we doing? Still think all this study over here was for nothing? Still think going and watching all those movies was for nothing? Do you? The documentaries on the... Do you? Was it all for now? Every single class that we have had has been for now. But God told us, because we showed up here every day, He told us what was going to happen every day. And it was for a later day. Get the chicken, it's not for now, it's for later. Get the milk, it's not for now, it's for later. Get the generator, it's not for now, it's for later. Get the wool blankets, it's not for now, it's for later. Get this, get that, get this, do that. You said, here we go again, my water is yellow. You remember the conversation I just had about Annalise texting me. She said since October in South Africa. Just talk to your niece, your twin today about water tablets and storing water. Crazy. My baby said it's they know what's coming. And she said, Mom, I hate to say it, but you've been talking about it and it's here. She said, we really about to go back to like dang near slavery days. I said, baby, I have been begging y'all to listen to me. And I know it's not, you don't want to think about it. I thought one of the kids didn't flush the toilet, but the water is yellow, sis. It's about to go down. Can I ask you a question? Why was you buying all that stuff? You was doing too much. You hear what I said? You doing too much. You don't have no faith. Still think that? No, I have faith in what God says. And so I'm going to prepare for it because I believe it's coming. So I'm going to get up. Faith is getting up and getting what you need, even though it ain't showed up yet. Who feel like your faith grew a lot? Anybody? Because you did not have to see it to buy it or to go get it. You heard it and you moved. And so 99.9% of the problems that have came up here recently, guess what you did? You already had what you needed. Faith without works is dead. All these people keep talking about they got faith, yeah, but you didn't put in the work. The fact that that man got on TV and did that symbol, and now people are alarmed. The fact that right after they got voted into office, the same star that used to be on them people before they went and took them to lay down, we have to have. And now they're talking about international ID. Interesting. You said you saw that today in front of the whole world. Miss Moore, have you seen that symbol anywhere? You know about them people over there? Them people over there. Have we been talking about them people over there? We've been talking about them people over there. The lady in Sweden said if the radio stations do not say what they want them to say, or if they talk about the government, they are not going to fund them. Let me ask you a question. Did we just go look up what happened with the radio stations, 2 days ago? Did we? And when the first Queen of Hearts was ruling, did we go look up what happened with the radio people and the journalists? Did we not? and what the radio can say and what they couldn't say. That's why Mr. Harvey is talking the way he is now. I knew something was interesting. Did we? And then today I see this lady in Switzerland or wherever she at, saying, yeah, so the Sweden talking about, the radio stations can't say what they want to say, they blase skip, and if you post anything as a citizen, if you post anything about that they deem as anti-government, they can take your citizenship, which means you will not be able to go into the stores and get certain benefits and apply and be in certain spaces. Interesting. What do y'all think? Hello? What do y'all think? Hey. X was our X and his people taking the blue off their little picture. Interesting. I'm just saying, what do y'all think about that? Okay. Well, I'm not going to keep y'all because my uncle called me, so I'm going to go call him back. I just feel like if you haven't watched Thief in the Night, or you watched it as a movie and not as a documentary or as a roadmap, you should probably go back and do so, except for the whole rapture part of it. But everything else, pay attention. Okay? You said just thinking. Y'all taking it all in, okay? Miss Moore, that part. I'll be back. I'm gonna go, that part. So I'm gonna go and call my uncle back, and then I'll get back on here in a little bit, make me something to eat real quick, and then we'll talk, okay? It is. Team too much. Let me ask y'all a question though. Before y'all leave, let me ask y'all a question. Who remembers them telling us that we was doing too much over here? Be honest. People was telling you, either listening to me or what you was doing too much. Did they or did they not? They told you that you was crazy, you was over exaggerating. You said a lot of people, even family. Okay. How much time do you think these people have that just woke up and realized they need this stuff? How much time do you think that they have? I got one more question for y'all. Did y'all see Jeff Bezos on the stage with them? Did y'all? Okay. Jeff Bezos came up with Amazon One, did he not? You said, well, they better hurry up because some of these masks are $300. You have got to be kidding me. Saw it last night and higher. Okay. So can you multiply the amount of masks that you bought and tell me how much you spent back then and how much you would spend now really quickly before we get off of here? Oh my God. You said 100 for 4, now it would be 1,200. You paid 100 for 4, and now it'll be 1,200 to get those same masks. You said that's $275 more than you had to pay. That's $275 more than you had to pay. 1,200? You said it's 120 for 3, and now it's $900. Yeah. Wow. My walkie-talkies were $25. Now they're over on sale for $100. You paid $150 for 5. $120 for 3. It would be $900. Interesting. Did we? Oh my God. Did we? It's crazy to be living through it. I love y'all. Ooh, they have a stove that is now $2,500. It's small and it only uses sternos. I woke up feeling some type of way this morning, and now I see why. You said pigeons will be my new white meat. You know what to help y'all. One thing about this family, we're going gonna talk about some food. We don't care how it go down. Get your cousin. Get your cousin. Anybody else speechless? Just don't know what to say. It ain't that you even feel bad. It's I'm gonna tell y'all the word that I just keep hearing kind of in my mind. Y'all want to know the word I keep hearing? Who want to know the word I keep hearing? I'm gonna go over here and say it. Y'all want to know? Huh? Y'all want to know? Sean, you want to know? Anybody else? Damn! 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 No? Or am I'm by myself? Okay. That's just me. You listen. My baby said today, she said, Mom, all those scary movies are not scary movies, are they? I said, no, they're not. She said, they're the demons coming back, aren't they? I said, yeah. She said, and everybody won't be able to see them, huh? I said, exactly. This is from my 22-year-old. This is what she said today. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. You hear me? She said, Mom, these movies were not movies where they said, no. She said, Bird Box and all of that kind of stuff. That was the demons being released, wasn't it? I said, yeah. Yep, it is. Yep, it is. The nun on evil. Come on. Whew. So, I say, thank God, and then pat yourself on the back because you actually exhibited faith around here. Be grateful you did. Gen X was being prepared for this since childhood. Those signs were out there. Yeah. Be grateful. Right? We so blessed to have God, honey. This don't have nothing to do with me. Because, baby, I've been thanking God, just thinking and looking and thinking and looking like, ooh, thank you, Dad. Because he didn't have to wake us up. And I don't mean to breathe another day. He did not have to peel the scales off of our eyes so that we could really see what was going on, so that we were not deceived or rocked to sleep. And there are people around us that called us crazy. They said all sorts of things. But we are seeing that not being worried about what the world was worried about and what the world said was valuable, and understanding what God said was valuable was more important, and it has paid off. Has it not? It paid off. They said this was valuable. I said, no, that's just expensive. It doesn't have any value at all. I said, but these things, he told me these things are going to have value very shortly. He said, I'm just glad you did that giant video years ago because I may never have found you. God would have let you fall up on us. Dad be doing the down. I'm trying to tell you. I feel like someone threw a paper. Wait. With some. Wow. Yeah. I'm just grateful. And I told y'all. I said, I don't care what nobody say. Y'all don't got to get it. I'm going to figure out a way. This is why God had us dehydrating, canning, all of these lessons that we've been learning is for now. Everything. And it's a blessing. Do you hear me? It is a blessing that he told us to learn to make bread and just all of it. And I'm grateful. And I'm honored that he chose us to know Not saying we the only ones, but I'm grateful he put us in the number. You know what I'm saying? To peel the scales off our eyes and show us what was really up. So I'm grateful. I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all later. I'm gonna call my uncle back before it get too late. But I'll get back to y'all here in a minute. Give me about an hour or two, because we don't know how this is gonna go. Me too. I love y'all.